This is part one of a series, and it's how I recreated or responded to this Jenny Saville. So again, I'm starting off with my base colour, so it's mostly that red. So I'm just mixing up a warm red, and so it was just like a basic mid-red with yellow. And I've watered it down slightly, acrylic with a big flat brush, and I'm just doing a nice thin coat so that I can still see my drawing underneath. Then I dry it with a hairdryer so that I can carry on working on top, just securing it down with some masking tape. Okay, so next then I'm going in and I'm redrawing some of the picture with a warm brown, which is sort of the colour that she uses. So I'm just trying to recreate that colour so that I can see it. And then I'm just going to quite simply block in, redraw all of my lines and block in any areas that I can see that this colour has been placed. So just quickly doing that. So even though it's tempting to sort of go in with some of the lines and the blues and things like that, you are much better off if you just block in the basic face, just so that you don't lose it when you start to add your other colours on top. So you can see that I'm just redrawing my lines wherever I can see this colour, I'm putting onto the page. So putting in the shadows, and then just wherever I see it again, just sketching in with that paintbrush. So I'm now going to create a sort of mid-tone, having a little shuffle with my paper. So I'm going for these sort of more yellowy highlight or mid-tones. So I'm going to make this colour. So making a skin tone first of all. It's quite a golden colour, and then just blocking that in. So remember that when you do these paintings that, you know, it looks terrible before it all comes together. And yeah, you just have to keep plodding on with it, as you'll see. But it's a good idea to get, even though on this portrait you can actually see quite a lot of the red background showing through, it is a good idea to get rid of as much of it as possible so that it doesn't become like a bit like a what do I want to say, colouring by numbers. You want to sort of, you know, try to do it a bit organically really, rather than just putting the colours exactly where you see them. So I'm painting areas that aren't necessarily this colour, that I know that I'm going to have to overpaint with things like the blue and the bright red and all the lines that I'm going to have to put on top. But the bright colours are going to be the last thing that I add in this painting. I'm just going to block, so I'm just blocking in all of my basic colours and trying to get this skin tone right. I actually found this really difficult because of the red underneath. It was a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Now trying to go in with the sort of lighter, highlighty skin tones. And I did actually find this very difficult, so I know you're going to find it difficult too. And that's okay, because Jenny Saville is, you know, a genius. So we aren't going to find these things easy. But you have a go. And you keep trying. Because there's great learning in it. Okay, so trying to put the highlight around, you know, wherever I can see them. She uses so many different colours that you'll see that mine doesn't end up at the end exactly the same, but you just do your best. Okay, so just blocking in colours that I can see. And then I've got my basic colours on, so I decided then it was looking too abstract. So I decided to go in and put the black into the picture, just so that sort of almost redrawing it with it really, where I was losing the features. Things like the nostrils and the eyes, definitely needed, have black in there and needed to be drawn in to sort of start bringing the picture together. Okay, just doing the mouth. There's a big red slash across the mouth of paint, so it's actually quite hard. It obliterates all the detail in the middle of the mouth, so it was actually quite hard to do. Okay, just finishing off that other eye. And putting black wherever I see it in the portrait. Then attempting to mix the lip colour. So I started off with this red, but it does change eventually. And then again putting back in the lighter colours that I can see. So this is just stage one. It's all of the underpainting, putting in the golden tone and just trying to get that skin to come together a little bit more. Trying to get rid of the, here's where I put a big blob of white paint on the nose by mistake. Trying to get rid of the red that shouldn't be there. So just trying to put the colour wherever I can see it. Trying to put some of the midtones in. Putting that colour wherever I can see it on the painting. See that I keep referring to the picture, trying to get the placement exactly right. And then trying to find the correct colour for the eyes and the details. So that's almost it for the first stage, the underpainting, redrawing bits of the picture.